Studio 80. Starting to hit it to go live. Ready? How's it going, everybody? Everything falls. Anybody on here? Oh, I ain't ready. Like always. This thing fell at the last second. Hi, Jim. So, took me a while to go. Crazy day here, everybody. Crazy day. This is Mike Nasty. This is Sports Talk with Mike Nasty. If you guys, you know what we just came from, just got done watching a pretty exciting game. Huh? What can you say? You know, they took it down. They got in overtime. You know, in that position, I might put Joe in. You know, with his arm, he's done it before. He could come back for you. I might have to say, if he was around, I'd put Joe in. Hi, Jim. And yesterday, one of college football's probably one of the best sights you could ever see. It's the Army-Navy game. Army's defense, you know, they held off Navy's comeback in the fourth quarter. You know, Navy had a couple interceptions, gave the ball up a couple times. 17-10, closer than I thought it would be. But that's one of the things at the end when they go and they sing to their alma maters, they get in each corner. That's the way football should be. After the end, your buddies, your friends, they're gonna do it together. Every one of those guys are making a commitment, not just to play football. They're making a commitment to our country. You know, they're going to their respected schools and doing what they do. You know, they're not there for the glory. They're there because they want to be there for the love of the game and for the love of what they want to do. So I respect those guys, and that's probably one of the best college football games that you can watch every year. Army, Navy. Armies have them. But the last couple of years in the 90s, you know, Navy took 5 in a row. Now it's Army's turn. They're taking it. They're taking 3 in a row. We got the Raiders up 10-7. We need the Raiders to win. We need them to help us out. It's tight now, 7-6 for Indianapolis, 7-6 for Tennessee. Miami, the thriller in Miami, you saw that? The pitch back. And then they end up beating the Patriots 34-33. Last second to go. Hello, Mary, how you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm waving to you. Hey, Kurt Mankey. RG3 almost came there, buddy. Mr. Mankey, he almost got it. He was close. Not close enough, but he was there. How about your Cowboys? Your Cowboys looked like they were up 3-0. Cowboys up 3-0. You gotta beat those guys. You gotta beat Cowboys. Gotta beat Philly. Then you're in it for good. So I was talking about the Heisman. I always thought it was going to be Tua with the runaway. He didn't even run away with it. They gave it to Oklahoma, so those two are going to face off in the semifinals. See who gets it there, Tua or Murray. See who brings them to the championship. But the Heisman winner, he's a good quarterback. He's a little guy. He's probably, 5'10", but he's fast and elusive like all college quarterbacks. So they gave him the Heisman. I think he was AP Player of the Year, too. Something like that. So that's what you do. Hey, Kirk. I got my son sitting on the sidelines. He's back in the back there, hanging out. I told him to come and be my co-host. I need some co-hosts for this. Anybody wanna come on down? I'll be more than welcome. So also in college basketball, both the Maryland teams come out winning. Maryland goes to the Chicken Box and they beat Loyola Chicago. The freshmen had to put it together, give them a win. The Lady Terps, their senior comes off the bench, Frazier. She scores 24, gets 11 rebounds to beat JMU 83-63. I could have went to that game because the girls' basketball team, that Liberty basketball team, went there after their win against Gert Skell the other day. They had a nice... so they're 2 wins from their record from all of last year. So they got their first win quick this year. Last year they didn't get their first win until the end of December. Now they got it in the beginning of December. So we'll see how they do. We'll see how Liberty basketball takes off. And we'll here it is. Kyler Murray wins the Heisman Trophy. So he takes that. You got the Raiders and Steelers 10-7. Yeah, the Colts beat the Texans 24-21, and the Giants smoked the Redskins. The Giants 40-16 over the Redskins, and like I said, the Dolphins 34, the Patriots 33. That was a game there. You had the Saints beating the Buccaneers 28-14, and then you had us. The Chiefs beat the Ravens in overtime 27-24. Then you have the Packers 34-20. Look, the Packers are on the roll. Oh, and then the UFC, if you like UFC, Holyfield defeats Ortega to defend his title. He bloodies him up. So that was a good one, it looks like. You got the Jets over the Bills. You had the Browns beat the Panthers. Holy moly. The Browns are still in it. They're back there. The Browns could hurt us at the end. We need a game that we always need to win the last game of the year, and that's something that we're going to be seeing the Browns, and they're going to be hot. We could end up 8-8. We got to beat San Diego when we play San Diego. We got to go to San Diego. We got to beat them. Would have been nice to come out of Kansas City with the win. They were going to give it to us, but we couldn't take it. We couldn't take it from them. But that's it. So the Orioles are in the hunt for the manager now. They got a couple bench coaches, couple people that they saw in the coaches meetings and stuff, but they're keeping that under wraps like they did the hiring of the GM. They didn't let you know about that. So they'll tell you eventually who their coach is going to be. But right now they got a lot of other decisions they got to make. They got to rebuild their scouting department because they got rid of the guys that were in charge of scouting. So they got a lot of options, a lot of things they got to get together. It might be another 110 loss season or something like that. But then they'll build it up. Elias is supposed to have the reputation to scout, to get prospects, to look at stuff like that. So Orioles tickets might be cheap for a while if you like to go to the Orioles games. But that's what's going on. We just had a loss 27-24 overtime. See what next week brings. See if they activate Joe. Maybe you do what the college boys do. 2 quarterbacks. You give them their thing, when you need Joe to pass. Or, I don't know, Lamar looked good. He had a couple passes that, some that he should have made and some that he made. Give him some time. He put him in the game. He didn't give him that fumble, kind of killed us. But, hey, the guy missed the field goal. Saved us. Got in overtime. Just didn't execute. Started getting stupid penalties and stuff. We just got to be more disciplined sometimes. They kind of, we're not built to get a penalty and come back and go 28 yards. We can run the football. We were shoving it down their throats. I mean, we had 10 plays, 10 run plays. They went 70-some yards. Dixon's looking good. He's shifty. The little Gus the Bus, he's north and south, downhill runner. We can score some points running the football, and we eat up the clock. I mean, we had them off the field. Holmes didn't know what that defense was bringing at him. He couldn't pick up who was supposed to pick up what. When we were blitzing, he was frazzled. So, but then in the fourth quarter, he came back like a winner. He came back, brought him down that 28-yard. That guy on one leg, man. I can't believe that. Why can't you cover a dude that's taped up, been in and out of the game, and he's still making plays on you? That's a player. That's hard. That's running through pain right there. He didn't care. His adrenaline was pumping. He wanted that game, so, Hill made those catches. 28 yards, fourth and whatever, and they get a 28-yard reception from him. Crazy. And then they still make him settle for a field goal, and we couldn't go down and tie it. But that's what happens. Number one Gonzaga in basketball, they get knocked off by Tennessee. Looks like Tennessee knocked off Gonzaga for the number one spot there. Yeah, 76-73. Tennessee beats them. So, that's my sports talk. Talked about a little bit of stuff. Like I said, the Heisman Trophy winner Murray takes it away from Tua. I thought Tua had it all the way. But I guess you come into the SEC championship and you float an egg and you get injured. And they look at that stuff. They look at all the values of what you do. I think the value to the team is more on the Oklahoma kid because they're going to win without Tua in Alabama. They're not going to win if they don't have that quarterback in Oklahoma. That's what the value is. The value is he going to help the team or is he not going to help the team in either way? If he's not there, is that team going to be better or not? Now, if Tua's not there, they still had Hurst. You saw Hurst came in that game and led them to the win. Got them 2 touchdowns for the championship against Georgia. So, yeah, if Tua wasn't there, Hurst would still lead the team. If Oklahoma didn't have Murray there, I don't think they'd be where they are. That's why they're saying the value. He's the value to their team. That's why he got the Heisman. And the stuff that he did, all the records and yardage and stuff. So, in the NBA, you had the Pistons and Pelicans 93-91 in the fourth quarter. You got the Bucks playing the Raptors, the Jazz and the Spurs, Hornets and the Knicks. In men's basketball, you have a 56-56 Oregon and St. Louis. Virginia Tech 81-44. Alabama 76-73 over Arizona. Virginia over Virginia Commonwealth. And like I said, Tennessee just knocked off Gonzaga. So, that's my college basketball. So they asked Jim if he's going to go back to the NFL on jobs, and Jim says he's staying at Michigan. So the other Harbaugh brother's going to stay in college. He's done well in college with that Michigan team. I wouldn't leave there either. If I was a guy like it. Oh, yeah. So Rodgers throws 359 consecutive passes without an interception. That guy can play some football. He's the miracle man. Him and Drew Brees. Those guys can play some football. And look, both those guys sat for a while. And they learned the game. He sat behind, Mr. Rodgers sat behind Mr. Favre for a while. Julio Jones has 1,400 record yards, fifth straight season. First player in NFL history to have that many yards in 5 seasons, that many catches. Well, if you have a guy that can throw the ball to you, yeah, you're going to have that many catches. He's been with Ryan for who knows how long, and that kid can throw you the football. So that's what you get. Hey, Charlie, I'm waving to you. Hey, Charlie. Charlie. How you doing, Charlie? Charlie, you got to call everybody up now, even though we lost. But the Redskins lost. The Redskins got smoked. At least we didn't get smoked. So, got some boxing and UFC going on. So Manny's still looking for a team in baseball. Manny and Harper still don't have teams. They're waiting for the trade bait to go up, see who's gonna get it. So I guess the NHL's expanding to Seattle. They're gonna give Seattle a hockey team. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah, 32nd team.
32nd, 32 teams in NHL hockey. Seattle's going to get themselves a team. Adam's a hockey follower, so I had to get that up with him. I saw that in the paper the other day that Seattle's getting an expansion team. They just had 2. Now they had that the Knights, Las Vegas Knights. Now they're going to have Seattle. So hockey's a good sport. We had a thing where it's called trading places, and a bunch of hockey players come into work and they trade places and they do the job that we do, and they were all around good guys. They weren't snotty. They were cool. They were good. They were like messing around with us, hip checking, goofing off. They weren't, they were just regular guys. They didn't act like they were better than anybody else. They were good guys. It's because for the love of hockey, I guess. They play hockey because they don't need a ton of money. They go out there and they're not making big buku bucks like these football players and baseball players, but they go out and they make the game right and they play the game right and they play hard. When they're on the ice, they're skating hard. Ovechkin's doing everything. He's a little bit of everything on that team. And he got him a win last night by doing a little bit of everything. That's being a captain, being a leader, doing what you have to do. And that's what he does. Hello, Charlie. So, Ovechkin, leadership, there you go. I think they're on the top of their, whatever that's called, Metro Division. See if they can bring another run to the playoffs. We'll see. But that's my sports talk. I think I've been on here long enough. Sports talk, in and out. This is Mike Nasty. You come and see me. You see my little thing there if you're on the wide angle. Mike Nasty workouts, the Fat Man workouts. Fat Man Mike Nasty. I have a couple of them going up. I had 16 go up. I did the short little kettlebell one. If you ever use kettlebells, trying to teach you how to use kettlebells. See them guns? That's from kettlebells. Ain't no guns. But that's where we go. See that belly? Mike Nasty. Big belly. Alright, we're in and out. That's it. Sports talk after a Ravens loss. Let's see if we can come back here next Sunday with the Ravens victory and keep us in the wild card. We'll be alright. I think we're going to be in it for the long run. We just, set up for December, run the football, keep control. We'll be alright. Ravens football. And this is Sports Talk with Mike Nasty. Mike Nasty Sports Talk with Mike Nasty. Hey Mike Nasty, hey Mike Nasty. Sports Talk with Mike Nasty. Hey Mike Nasty. Let's see which one I'm gonna set up. Adios amigos.